Hi everyone, it's Caroline from Top Knot Living and welcome to my home. So let's get started right here because this is where we spend most of our time as a family. This is the open concept living room kitchen area. When we were working with our architect to design the main floor of this home, I had this vision of walking through the front door and seeing the big floor to ceiling windows and staring out onto all of our lush hydrangeas right in the backyard. So right off of this nook, we have our kitchen, the heart of the home. We worked with Bloomsbury fine cabinetry on this space, and there's absolutely nothing that I would change about it. One thing that was very important to me when we were designing this space was that we used natural materials. So we used wood for the cabinetry and quartzite for the countertops, which flows up nicely into the backsplash. All right, let's chat about our appliances real quick. We did Miele appliances throughout the whole kitchen, and I love that we opted for an integrated dishwasher and refrigerator. It makes everything look so seamless. And then for the range, we also went with a Miele. This thing is so high tech. I can't even explain to you all the things it does because I barely know how to use it. Maybe we could ask Joe for a tutorial, but it's been great to us. All of the appliances have served us so well. We love, love, love them. All right, so moving on from the kitchen, we have our pantry and servery area. So the main feature in this space is this beautiful oval window, which I was so adamant about. I just think they add so much character and charm. And if you ask our builder, he'll tell you I wouldn't shut up about this window. I love it. And then on the same wall here, we have this beautiful tongue and groove, which adds some texture to the space. And I just love how it all came together. In the servery here, we also have our secondary dishwasher. One thing I will say that I wish that I did was put in a secondary sink, but you live and you learn. We'll add that to the list for the next house. All right, coming through the servery, we enter our dining room. Although I never got to finish this space, there are still so many features about it that I love. Starting off with this chandelier, I bought this in our very first home. It was one of the first purchases I ever made, and I brought it here with me because it makes such an impact in the space. So I had a whole vision for this space. I wanted it to be very elegant, which is why I went with the floor to ceiling wainscoting, the beautiful waffle ceilings, the curtains. I just feel like the curtains are neutral, but they add so much drama to the room. And then of course, our wine cellar, which is the main feature in this space. And now we're circling back to our front entrance, and we just need to take a moment for my door. This is my baby. When I first went to see houses with our builder, the first house we went into, the door was so big and so heavy, and I'm like, I want that, and that is what I got. I designed the door myself, and when you open it, you gotta like throw yourself into it a little, which I love. So off of the foyer, we have our playroom. When we were designing this home, it was really important for me to have a playroom on the main level since our kids are still really young. We did custom millwork throughout, and I think the space turned out so cute, and I'm so happy I can give my kids a space like this to play in. So walking through our home, you'll notice these 12-foot ceilings, which were a must. Everything just feels so airy and spacious. Here we have our front entry table, and right off to the side here, we have our powder room. So walking through our main hallway, you circle back to the open concept kitchen and living room area. One of my must-haves when we were designing this home was a 2-story living room area. I love that this space opens to above, and you can see right down here from our 2nd story. Although I love how grand and airy this space feels, it needed a little something to warm it up, which is why we went with the shiplap on the walls. We worked with Bloomsbury fine cabinetry on the built-ins and the mantle in this space. We went with closed cabinets at the bottom and open shelving up top so I could display all my TKL shop finds. And lastly, we have our French doors. These were custom designed because we wanted very thin profiles and lots of glass to let that natural light flow in. These are great when we're entertaining. We can open them up and have our guests frolic throughout our house. So before we head upstairs, let's check out what we like to call the messy quarters of our house, which is the mudroom and the laundry room. So when we were designing this home, I really wanted a massive mudroom to hold all the things, and then a bonus was adding the laundry room right off of this space. So here we have our laundry room, and although it's a small space, I wanted to make it cute since I spend so much time in here. So we opted for butcher block countertops in here, and then I chose this really sweet vintagey faucet, which has come in handy so many times. All right, let's go check out what's upstairs. So walking up the stairs, you get to the landing, and here we have our office. This is where Joe works most of the time. I opted for a very bold wallpaper in here because the ceilings are very tall, even though it's a small space, and I love that you could see this room off of the main floor. We also opted for double French doors with glass to again let the natural light of the window here, it's a huge window in here, pour into the hallway. Another room that is off of our landing is Jack's nursery. One of my favorite features of this room are the sloped ceilings, which add some character, and then I also like the simple wall treatment that we did. It adds a little something to a very white space. Okay, now let's have a look at his very, very sweet bathroom. So in this bathroom, I opted for a single vanity that I designed alongside Bloomsbury fine cabinetry, and then I opted for a very simple penny tile on the floor, which turned out so nice. And then we cannot forget about the ship mural. All right, let's head upstairs so you can check out the rest of the bedrooms. As you can probably tell by now, I love my natural light, so we opted to put a skylight right here. Okay, right this way is what I like to call the girls' wing. Here we have Stella's room and Chloe's room, and they're joined together with a Jack and Jill bathroom. All right, here we have Miss Stella's room. So for both of the girls' rooms, I tried to make the rooms fun and playful for their ages now, but also keeping in mind that they're gonna grow older, and I wanted a space that they can grow into. So Stella's name means star, so I opted for this beautiful star wallpaper. And then one of the main features in here that I loved, and it was a must-have for me for both of the girls' rooms, was these little bench seats. I think they are so charming and give me like that Full House vibe. So both of the girls' bedrooms connect with the Jack and Jill bathroom. This room was charming on its own with this little bathtub nook and round window, but I decided to play it up a little with the mermaid wallpaper, which is just so darn cute. Next up we have Coco's room, which is so girly and so feminine, and it might be one of my favorite rooms in the house. So again, we have this bench seat with the pretty bow sconces, and Chloe's my little wildflower, so I tried to bring that in everywhere in her space with the whimsical wallpaper and the fun fringe chandelier. It's the perfect space for a little girl. Okay, and before we head over to the primary bedroom, I wanted to show off our laundry chute because everyone thinks it is so cool, except for me, because I'm the one that actually has to do all the laundry. So as we get into the primary bedroom, we have the open to above living room that I spoke about previously. We have the beautiful windows up here that bring so much natural light, and not only to the upstairs, but to the downstairs as well. And here we have mine and Joe's room. So I wanted our room to be calm and peaceful because this is like my little sanctuary. But funny enough, one of the things that I picture when I think of our room is me laying in bed and having the kids run in through these double doors, and something I'm definitely gonna miss about this space. I'm gonna cry again. So right off of the bedroom, we have this pocket door that leads into a his and hers walk-in closet and takes you right into the primary bathroom. So I wanted our bathroom to feel like a spa, and Joe really fell in love with this tile, so we went with marble tile throughout. And since the room is very white, we wanted to add some texture to it, so we did that with vertical shiplap and wallpaper. Okay, next up, let me take you to my little oasis, our backyard. So here we have our back porch. This is probably the most used spot in our backyard. We start using it in the spring and we use it all the way through fall because of the fireplace. It's definitely the coziest spot back here. And then we also did a built-in barbecue right over there. All right, next up we have our pool area. Can we take a moment for my hydrangeas as well? Come on in. So this is probably where we spend the most of our time during the hot summer days. It is our little cabana. Welcome to Cabana di Serpe, where we hang out all summer long. So this space here was built for entertaining. We have the large sectional, and then we did this counter here that has tons of storage and a little mini fridge, and of course a TV for when the kids need a little break from the pool. And on this side over here, we have a change room, which in the winter time serves as a storage room. And lastly, we have our saltwater sport pool. I designed the pool to have stairs that span the width of the pool. The stairs also have this special cushion underneath it to make it nice and soft. And the second step is a little wider, which is perfect for the kiddos to play on. And then here in our grass area, we just made a little spot for the kids. This is where we blow up our bouncy castles, our slip and slides. The kids also have a really fun mud kitchen over here and a playhouse. Thank you guys so much for coming along on this tour. This house is definitely going to be missed, but I'm excited for a new chapter and I can't wait to take you guys along for the ride. Thank you so much for stopping by.